There's a place I know that's tucked away, a place where you and I can stay. We can go to laugh and play and have adventures every day. I'm not going to sing the rest because I can't do it nearly as well as Miles Luna, particularly that last really fast part. But yes, Camp Season 3 is out on Rooster Teeth's website, and that makes me so happy. I was introduced to the show relatively recently, as in within the last 6 or 7 months, and I've been hooked because it's the perfect combination of dark humor and heart. My favorite things are light and fluffy on the surface, but dark and cynical underneath. Labyrinth is a good example of that. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Heathers the musical. I also really like the original Heathers, even though that's pretty bleak. It's great. Billy and Mandy, another good example. I should probably do a whole video on that, but I'm talking about Camp today. I took one look at David the first time I watched it and said, that's a sad person. Because something about the performance, you've seen eternally optimistic characters a million times before, but this particular performance, you get the sense that he's just trying to keep it together. Which is the point of the show, because it's a failing summer camp that all these kids' families were scammed by. They all thought they were sending their kids to something different, and now they're together in a very dysfunctional family. It's great. It's so great. It's funny because my favorite character is David, the counselor who's just trying to make everyone happy, but secretly knows, oh, spoiler alert, that it is a failing summer camp. It's really similar to Gravity Falls, and on the surface you'd think that they were kind of the same show, but they're really not. They're totally different in terms of tone, in terms of style, in terms of humor. Camp swears a lot more and is much meaner, but it still has that heart to it. So, yay. Season 3 is on the Rooster Teeth website. It's my understanding they've been having some troubles with YouTube. So, I'm supporting them by watching it on their website. I'm too cheap to pay for a membership, so I watched the videos a week after they've aired. I'm really liking the ideas behind season 2 so far. Sorry, season 3. Can't talk. Tired. I'm tired, and I tend to lose the ability to count when I'm tired enough. Anyways. So I think my favorite episode so far of season 3 is Arid gets her cool back, because she's funny. They're all funny in different ways, but I like that you get to see a little bit more of the rest of the camp this season and not just Max, Nikki, Neil, David, Gwen. Which is cool. You get to see the different pairs of campers bonding, and it's funny to see Arid being the cool camper, not looking so cool for once, and of course, being the camp, they care more about her image than they do her safety, because typical for this show. It's funny, she bonds with probably one of the nerdiest kids there, Neris, who's I thought was a boy at first, but is a cute little girl, LARPer who's into fantasy. She's adorable, Neris the cute. That's adorable. And they have a bonding experience, it's great. I'm really interested in the upcoming episode, Dial M for Jasper. You had an episode earlier on called Jasper Dies at the End, which is great. It's kind of like My Brother Sam is Dead. By the way, that's a real book, in case you haven't been forced to read that in middle school. But yeah, Jasper Dies at the End. This is probably the funniest title. But he's coming back, and the synopsis says that you're going to find out a bit more about that scenario, because David tells the story, and you don't find out how Jasper dies. You know he's a ghost. You know he haunts the camp. You know it was this excursion. You know David, known as Davy, was the Max of his year in the 90s. So I'm curious. Personally, I think David killed Jasper. That's my theory. In typical David way, I honestly think David did it on purpose, and he's now a smiley, peppy guy to cope with the trauma. I think that would be the funniest, to be honest, because you don't expect it from David. I do think he's responsible for Jasper's death somehow. Either still think he killed him. It's my conspiracy theory, but he could have, in David fashion, just witnessed it, or accidentally caused Jasper's death, or maybe Cameron Campbell straight up killed Jasper. I wouldn't be surprised. That seems more like a Cameron Campbell thing than David, but I don't know. It would add a new layer to David's character. God, that'd be terrible. But I'm probably the most excited for that one. These ideas have been so funny and so great. What else can I say about it? It's Camp. Just watch it.